The town laughed when Henry Caldwell refused to sell his farm. At the diner, men shook their heads over coffee, calling him stubborn, foolish, stuck in the past. The mayor himself paid Henry a visit, offering what seemed like a generous sum for the land. A development company wanted to build luxury homes, and Henry's small, weathered farm sat right in the middle of their plans. Henry listened politely, his hands resting on the same oak table his father had built decades ago. Then he said no, calmly, firmly. No amount of money would change his mind. The rumors started almost immediately. People said Henry was broke, senile, or secretly hoping the price would rise. Teenagers drove past his fields at night, honking and laughing. Articles appeared in the local paper, criticizing him for holding back progress. Henry said nothing. Each morning, he rose before sunrise, fed his animals, and walked the land as he always had. What no one noticed was how carefully he watched the soil, how he measured rainfall, how he kept meticulous notebooks filled with dates, sketches, and numbers. His farm wasn't just a farm, it was a record. Months passed, and construction began around him. Then the problem started. New foundations cracked. Basements flooded after moderate rain. Roads buckled. Engineers were called in, then hydrologists. The laughter faded into confusion. That was when the truth came out. Henry's land sat atop an underground water system, natural springs, and shifting channels that had existed for centuries. His father had discovered it after a devastating flood in the 1950s, and Henry had spent his life studying it. The farm absorbed excess water, redirecting it safely through the soil. Selling it would have meant concrete sealing the ground, forcing the water outward, straight into the new development and the town below. Henry had tried to explain years ago, but no one listened. So he stayed quiet and stayed put. When officials finally came back, this time with apologies instead of contracts, Henry walked them through his fields. He showed them markers hidden beneath tall grass, old flood lines etched into barn posts, notebooks yellowed with age. Experts confirmed what Henry already knew. The farm was the town's natural shield. The development plans were scrapped. The town invested in conservation instead. And one morning, the same diner that once mocked him put up a small plaque near the counter. "Thank you, Henry Caldwell, for protecting our home." Henry never mentioned the laughter. He just kept farming quietly, faithfully, on land that had been telling the truth all along.